Hello, Dahi here from Timeslip Softworks. Welcome to the 44th development video for Vigilantes, which covers the second half of the work on the version 22 update. Version 22 is now available from Steam and direct from Humble, and is currently 10% off on Steam. First thing I'd like to show you is an AI enhancement. I'm hoping that the AI will oblige me by actually doing it, but you'll notice that there's Alien Fury is around this fuel barrel here, which can be activated. Now, the AI can now activate these objects if it is more beneficial for them to target the object than it is to directly target the character. So I'm just going to see if any of them actually go ahead and do that. Okay, we see that one targeted the fuel barrel and set it off. So that's another AI enhancement. They can currently only target them with ranged weapons, but I will look into adding the ability to target them with melee weapons. Also, these environment objects will not activate immediately once they're attacked. They'll wait till the end of the turn now. So this will allow you, if you've got a melee character, to trigger them, move away, and do the damage to the enemies without actually being damaged yourself. Something that probably should have happened for quite a while, but it's just been added in this update. You can see the status effect on any character now with the description. So it's tagged to it's linked to the key Z currently. So you'll notice up in the top right, it'll show you now what that character's status effects are, and you can see, since that's an orange one, that's a negative status effect. And we'll see that the character will suffer 4 damage for the next 3 turns. If we look for any other characters that might have status effects, you can see these are green, they're positive. It's the leader bonus, plus the fact that this character is the leader for the engagement. I've also finished off the work on our caddy. We had to audition for a voice actor for his kind of voiced introduction. That's all done now, and that's all in the game. And moving on, this map, I think it's the 40th map in the game. It's also been added in the second part of this update. It's the 3rd Chinatown map, which is in the game, and it's a pretty big map. There are also, I think something like 4 perks were added in the first part of the update, and I've added on an additional 2 perks. These are Mindcracker. So if you want to have a character that specializes in interrogations, this would be a good perk to pick. You need presence 40, but it increases your character's interrogation score by 20, and this will help you get more reliably get information from specialists and gang lieutenants. The 6th perk, which has been added in this update, is Medical Emergency. It requires Fleetness 7 and Medicine of 60. It's a pretty powerful perk, kind of situational. It gives you a plus 3 AP when it's activated. It reduces the cost of using trauma kits by 1 AP. So rather than 2, it just costs 1 AP, so you can do an awful lot of healing. You can also move freely. You're unaffected by attacks of opportunity, but your damage is reduced to 20%. So the idea was, I didn't really want to make this perk sort of just free AP that you could just use whenever you wanted to do more damage. It's specific. You're not going to really be able to do much damage with it, but if your team's in very bad shape, it will allow you to get them into to get a lot of healing down on them. And the requirement is that it can only be activated if the ally health is less than 40%. So you need to have a pretty badly wounded ally before you can even activate it. In terms of other content, the next level of armor has also been added, so you can upgrade your armor further than before. In terms of balance, gang leaders and rackets will start with specialists, so rather than just starting with the kind of X amount of basic troops, they'll now get a number of specialists. I think it's between 1 and 4 specialists depending on the racket or gang leader. So that will make these engagements more difficult. I've also added code to allow gang character stats to be reduced in certain circumstances. Ray Case's encounter puts you up against a mafia enforcer, which is a very tough character to be fighting that early, and some people have reported this to be a particularly kind of unfair difficulty spike. So I've added in code to allow gang character stats to be reduced in certain circumstances, and in this circumstance it has been reduced. There's also more information on difficulty levels at the start of the game. so you can you have a better feel for what difficulty level to pick. It is a very difficult game by all accounts, and possibly even the second difficulty level may be frustrating. Some people may find this frustrating, so I'd recommend probably starting in the first difficulty level until you get just till you get a bit of a feel for how the game plays. Also, I've added in a button here to allow you to see if any environmental factors are affecting combat. In this case, none are, but things like night missions or fighting indoors can affect combat by reducing the chance to hit on ranged weapons and imposing a penalty on larger weapons if you're indoors, like any rifle type weapon. So you can now see that information. And you'll also notice I've made some changes to the UI layout, so it's taking up a little less space now, and I think that's generally a good thing to allow you more screen space so you can see what's going on. Apart from that, there's been a handful of bugs have also been fixed, and that's more or less it for this update. I'd expect the next game update will probably take a little longer. I'd expect, since it's coming over Christmas, it'll probably take 5 weeks rather than the typical 4. But once we hit the halfway mark, I'll make another development video to show you how we're getting on. So thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.